Feels like it's time for last call. Head coach Greg Page. Boy, it was a long, long football game, but when you come away a winner, 50-28, not so long, right?
Absolutely right. We needed a win tonight. Long, humid night. Closer. Humid out there, long night, long game, but we'll take it.
Your overall thoughts? Certainly things to be happy about, and yet, you've got to be honest about it, things to work on.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. I mean, both sides of the ball. Our run defense at times was just not good. Our running the ball between the tackles at times was rough for us. Fortunately, we had Logan with a lot of his yardage outside the tackles, and he was able to work some things in the open field. And I thought Ben made some good decisions tonight throwing the ball. Defensively, though, I give Tony and the coaches credit. We adjusted at halftime, and the one play that was hurting us the most, I think we shut down in the second half. They might have got one good sweep out of it, but we moved some people around, and we bowed up, as we say. We got tougher.
More on attack mode, as opposed
I
to
think so.
read
Yeah,
mode. Is that
yeah. That was a play we really hadn't seen them run on tape. You get a scrimmage, you get one game, and they blocked it well. They got a pulling guard out there, they got a lead blocker, and they got guys trying to wall it down, and they kick it out. But having said that, we had guys that were not being aggressive enough to come up and make a tackle. And then a couple times they broke big ones. We just missed tackles, and that's maybe credit their running backs, but we got to be tougher.
They have pretty good 1-2 punch in Colin Gauncher and Josh Slayster.
They do. I mean, they're not real fast, but they run hard, and they make good cuts. I mean, they're not going backwards. So it was, and they both had injuries too, which, if they're both healthy the whole game, maybe it's not 50-28 or whatever it ended up, 50-22.
50-28,
28, yeah.
Coach, crazy playing this football game. It's 15-14 after Purchase Line scores. You ended up scoring on the same drive anyway, but how about an explanation on a 56-yard touchdown pass from Ben Schmidt or apparent touchdown pass to Jake Siani? You're lining up for the extra point, and then all of a sudden there's a conference well after the play. There's no flags on the field, and they call it back. What did they tell you?
They wanted to get it right. That's what they told us. That they no flags were thrown. They had a confab. Obviously, their coaching staff was yelling for it, and they were right. I mean, we had a guy downfield, but the play's over, and nothing was thrown. And their comment was, "Well, you'll see it on film. We want to get it right." And I chirped a little. I said, "Well, I see a lot of things on film that don't get called." I said, "Are we going to go back and reverse those?" And that's probably not the right thing to say. They did get it right, to their credit, but I hadn't seen anything like that you just call a penalty.
Well after.
Right. And
it's insignificant to the outcome, but after a 4-yard pass play to Logan Williams at 2nd and 6, you have an incompletion. It's 3rd and 6, except they set the ball back at 3rd and 10. What kind of explanation did you get there? They didn't want to get that one right.
He put it on the guy that held the down marker. He said, "Well, that's where he went and put the down marker." I said, "That doesn't make it right." I told him to blow the whistle before we started the next play. They talked about it for about 7 seconds, and nothing was really resolved there.
Well, how about Logan Williams? We interviewed him. Talk about the performance. One of the better ones you've coached, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, he got out. I think I remember Timmy Kinner getting 200 in a game for us. I don't know if we've had anybody individually approach 200 to get over that, but I had no idea he was even close. We might have kept him in to try to get to 300 just because that's a special thing. But, I mean, he was incredible in the open field. I mean, he's starting to learn how to run when he gets in the open field, meaning he knows it's not all speed now. The speed took over when he did get, into the secondary and made his final cut, but he was starting to get the good vision, and that was good to see. It's a weapon for sure. We got to clean it up running inside between the tackles. That's a concern, but if we can spread the field like that with the way he ran tonight, I was really impressed. He did a great job.
On the downside, defense, talked about that a little bit. I thought kick coverage was horrible.
I wouldn't say horrible. I think they had two. With Yoder where he had good returns. There was a couple other times we got guys down there and stuck them pretty good. But we're trying to get our kicks to bounce good. You saw when the kicks bounce well, we have good coverage and we have guys get down there and it's minimal gains. When we kick line drives right at people, especially people who have speed, didn't work out so well. I remember two that really bothered me, but I thought a few of the other ones we did okay.
Young freshman Justin Walbeck, kudos to him. Thought he did some good things.
He's a tough kid. I mean, it was one of those things with Mock being out. We have a couple other guys who've been working there. We moved Jake Hubler, a backup linebacker, who was 51. We moved him to work D end, and he helped us out there. But so you have Justin, you have Dakota Kulisar, who's played a couple positions on defense, but Justin moves well. Brock Henderson's been getting some reps there. But Justin, with his movement and his aggressiveness, has brought himself to be the next guy in that other linebacker spot. And he's got 1 year. I mean, he was really tough tonight.
Finally, any update on Garrett Mock? We spoke yesterday when we did the interview. You were hoping for some positive news even earlier today.
Well, he did go to get the MRI today, which is pretty good considering it's within a week. I think he'll find the results out Tuesday. I would anticipate that we won't have him next week. That's just my guess. But again, we have to wait and see what exactly the MRI shows.
And next week, Penns Manor comes to Memorial Field.
Penns Manor is going to be a big challenge. You saw what a sweep play that happened to us tonight multiple times. They're going to try to get to the edge, and they do it well. We have to be very disciplined with our assignments, and we have to be able to block better up front. Speaking of the offensive side, they're going to be a challenge. We're back home. Our guys need to understand the pride you play with at Memorial Field, and it needs to be better than it was last week.
Coach, congratulations on a good bounce back win, 50-28 over the Purchase Line Red Dragons.
Thank you guys very much.